Hello and welcome to my first live of 2025. Here I am. Don't love this angle. I feel like I should be standing, but oh well. The dogs did not want to join, so they are off doing their own thing, though you might hear Casey tip tapping around. And you might hear Duke chewing on that bone because that's pretty loud. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are. Um, it has been cold in Florida the last couple of days, but today it is finally warming up, getting near 70 degrees in certain areas. And I don't think it's supposed to be as cold tonight either, which is good. So I'm looking forward to that. So I had posted a couple of times some polls about when to have a video, who would be available when, had a couple of different options, and it really came down to Friday and Saturday this week. And here we are, Friday, 2 p.m., one out. So I am just waiting to see if anyone's going to join me. I did request if anyone had any questions. Hello. I did ask that if anyone had any questions and maybe they weren't sure if they were going to be here for the live, to send me some, their questions, anything that they may want to know about me. And hello. I'm doing well. How are you guys doing? I'm so excited you're here. I think that the beginning of the year is a great time to learn about each other and see, if there's anything you guys want to know about me. I tend to be very, I tend to be a very private person. So, sometimes I don't always talk about myself in videos. I just talk about what I'm doing or what I'm testing out. So, hello. So anyway, I thought this would be a great get to know you kind of a chit chat type setting. Something a little different. I am not in my beauty space like I normally am in my office, but I am just in my little reading nook. So I thought that would be fun, something a little different, something maybe I could do on a monthly basis where, maybe there's a different topic that we discuss or something like that. So if you guys are interested, I'd love to hear maybe what you're interested in, what you'd like to see from me this year. If there's anything you're excited about, anything that you're curious about, um, anything about me. I'm kind of sort of an open book. Hello. I apologize. There is a question. Where are you from? I live in Central Florida, but I grew up north, and my heritage is kind of a mix. So I'm actually half Korean and half European. So if that answers your question. So yeah, the lighting is really weird. It's like the sun must have just gotten covered because I feel like my ring light got really bright there for a second. So yeah, gosh, what can we talk about for the beginning of the year? There's a lot of things. I know there's always a big thing around, New Year's resolutions, and I don't know that I've ever really participated or had any resolutions. I always try to do my best. I always try to um, be a good person, and I always try to help people out wherever I can. And so I just take that with me year to year and hope that I am doing my best and doing the best I can, and doing, good for the world because, if you pay attention to the news or even social media, there's all different kinds of things going out in the world right now. And if we can be a positive light for everyone else, then, or at least one person that you come in contact with, I think sometimes that's the best. Um, it's not always easy, and some days are easier than others. Some days are definitely a lot more difficult than others, but you know um, all we can do is our best and to try. So I think that's something to keep in mind. um, so do we have any pet lovers out there? I have three dogs, which you may have seen over on Instagram. I don't tend to do a lot of videos on YouTube with them, but I did have the two puppies when they had their birthdays back in July. I think I had some videos from their birthdays with the watermelon cake and all the things that we did. So that was kind of fun. Just doing something with them. They are so much fun, and it's a lot to handle sometimes because they're both very energetic, but they get along really well, and it's just fun to watch them grow up and just to see how they interact with each other and with other people. And with my senior Casey, she's 14 and a half, and she's doing really well, which is great. um, so definitely try to keep them all safe and happy and healthy, because that's all we can do. They're a part of our family, and we love them. I thought Charlie was going to join me today, but she decided to chew on a bone instead. So there you go. Um, as far as videos this year goes, I'm still going to be playing with makeup. I'm still going to try some different, maybe some different makeup techniques as I see things on Instagram or YouTube. I may, try a technique or try something a little different, try something outside my comfort zone. It's definitely not always easy. And there is always, a new technique or a new method of makeup or a new makeup look that seems to come around every season, every year. So um, I don't necessarily pay attention too much to fads or trends. I do see them when people that I watch tries them or does anything with them, but not really, not really. It's not quite my thing. I like makeup and clothing that is timeless, that you can wear anytime. I do have some pieces that are a little bit more on the bohemian side, and I have some stuff that's a lot more on you know, the the dressier corporate side of things. Um, so it just kind of depends on, what you like and what works for you. And, hopefully if you're here, you will subscribe and you will, share your opinions and thoughts on makeup that you like or skincare that you're using, because everything is so different for everybody, right? And everyone's skin seems to be so different, and everyone reacts differently to things. My skin is combination, but it's also sensitive, and so I have to be careful. Hi Sarah, how are you? um so I have to be careful what products I use, especially if they have fragrance, if they have colorant or dyes in them. And I am learning that I think mineral oil is also not my friend. So I do have to be careful sometimes when um, with products that have that in it. Um, you know, Oh, good, Sarah. I am doing well. Thank you. I am hanging in there. It is starting to warm up here in Florida. I think we're going to be near 70 today. So, and the sun is out. So it definitely feels a lot warmer, especially after this morning. I think it was 38 degrees when I woke up this morning. So that's definitely cold for Florida. Um, I I talked to my brother the other day, I think it was yesterday, and he lives up north. And of course, he reminded me of how cold it is up there in the 20s during the day. So of course, I had that puts my cold in perspective because I could definitely be colder if I was up there. Um, so we'll see. But um, but yeah, if there's anything that you guys have questions about, anything about me, um, I was saying in the beginning that I am a pretty private person and I like to keep my personal and professional lives separate. But, being on YouTube is so different because I feel like if people don't find a connection with you, that can be difficult in, finding your audience or finding, people to connect with. And one of the reasons I like YouTube so much is not just the creative side of creating new videos and trying new makeup or skincare, trying new makeup techniques, but it's also connecting with you guys. Um, having people to talk to and relate to and share things with. And sometimes that's hard to do if they feel like they don't know you. So I thought it was fitting to do a video at the beginning of the year, especially because I do have a lot of new followers and new subscribers that, may want to know a little bit more. And so, yeah, so that's kind of what today is. And just kind of talking about, you know, what what to expect this year. Um, you should see a little bit more with the dogs, probably just because I love having them in my videos and showing them off. Um, they've been great and they're all doing really well. They're all healthy and happy, so that's good. Um, we are, doing some projects around the house. I don't know if you guys are doing anything like that. Um, it's here in Florida, like I said, it's been cold the last couple of days, but it's warming up. I'm sure we'll have another, cold spell at some point because it's winter, but I don't know that we're going to have too much. So we should be able to get some stuff done outside. And yeah, just some new makeup stuff. So um, I'm still testing out the Parnell cushion foundation. I actually have it on today. I did use my Cali Ray um, primer, which I'm literally almost out of. I think I have one more use in that tube because it's pretty much out. And I've just been, um, scraping the inside of that thing. And I did powder today to see if that made a difference, and I think it does. I look a little shiny right now. It could be the light, but I really do think it makes a difference on the pores. I don't think they're quite as noticeable. Obviously, I have pores. They are, um oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's one of my favorite primers. I really missed out purchasing it during the last Sephora sale. Um and it wasn't part of the 20% off they were doing earlier this month. So I think I'm just gonna have to break down and buy it because I'm out. But yeah, I mean, so far I like it. It's not sticky, it's not tacky. Now, like I said, I did powder it, but I don't think I mean, you can still see there's still some luminosity, so it's not completely matte or, flat looking on the face. But I do like it. And the fact that they added 30 new shades to their collection, I think, makes a difference for a lot of people. I know there are still some companies out there that aren't very inclusive and aren't expanding their shade ranges. So it's nice to see that a company, especially an Asian brand, is doing that. Because you have some companies that only have, less than 10 shades that may or may not kind of flex with your skin tone. And then, you have the ones like this that are definitely sharing a lot more shades, which is good because I find it so hard sometimes to find that right shade. And who has money to buy two foundations and mix them? Unless you're buying something from the drugstore and it's $10, but I mean, that's still $20 for two drugstore foundations, and that's if you can find one that's $10. Um, Speaking of drugstore foundations, I did try the e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation, $8. People love it. People have been raving about it on social media, so I broke down and tried it. I couldn't find a shade that matched, and two, it did not sit well on my skin. It got very cakey looking, especially in my cheeks, on my pores. And I tried three different primers, I think. So I have a hard time with primers and foundations. So if you guys are struggling too, you're not the only ones. It's definitely difficult sometimes. Um, I'm definitely a more neutral undertone. I mean, I have a little bit of redness. I can kind of go cool depending on the brand and the foundation. And every once in a while, especially in the summer, I can lean a little more warm, but I try to stick with neutral because I think it just works the best for me. Um, but yeah, so I'm trying this foundation and I'm hoping to get a little bit more into some other Korean makeup. I'm doing some research, I guess you could say, on different Korean brands, um, and not just popular K beauty brands, but actual popular in Korea Korean brands, because I feel like there's a little bit of a difference. Um, During my research on brands, I've come across some articles that talk about brands that are Korean in the sense that they were started by Korean um, founders, like Peach and Lily, but they're not necessarily sold in Korea or they're not popular in Korea. Um, and when I was at the Korean festival, I want to say it was in November, but now I don't remember. Maybe it was the beginning of December. Um, there were some brands I had heard of. There were a couple brands I had not heard of. And that seemed to have a completely different type of branding than what you see on social media. So I think it all just kind of makes sense. Charlie, I guess she just wanted to say hi. um, no, I think my stepson was coming in through the garage and she heard him, so she barks at everything. Um, so yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I am. If you guys saw my short on the Edam skincare products, there was um, an AHA PHA toner that I received in a package. I also got their airy brightening, I think it's their cloud cushion moisturizer. And there was oh, thank you, Sarah. And then there was a lip treatment. I actually have not pulled out the lip treatment yet, but I need to. But I just started using the toner this week, and I started using the moisturizer this week, and I have to say I really like them. The toner is thicker than I was anticipating. It's not watery the way a typical toner is. It's a little bit more, it's thicker like an essence. Um, and it's kind of a milky consistency, so it actually kind of reminds me more of like um yeah, like a milky essence type, but you're supposed to swipe it across your face. And the moisturizer is actually quite, um, it feels quite dense and quite thick when you get it out of the jar. I just use a little spatula, but when you go to put it on, it's almost like a mousse and it just goes on super light. It absorbs fairly quickly. It's not greasy or sticky or anything like that. And I was surprised at how moisturizing it felt with how light it felt once I put it on. It definitely feels thicker when you just have it in your hand, but once you kind of, rub your hands together and pat it on, it just dissolves unless my skin is just that dry right now, which it could have been with this cold weather. But yeah, I was a little surprised, but it's been nice. I was worried about it not being moisturizing enough or hydrating enough because of the cool weather. And I'm pleasantly surprised that it's been perfect. So, so far it's going well. I don't want to say that I would 100% recommend it, but again, we all have different skin and our skin is going to react differently to all different products. So, right now, I would say if you're interested in trying it, I've not had any reaction to the products. And yeah, I mean, so far I really like them. They feel very luxurious, and I don't think that they're a luxury price tag, if I'm not mistaken. So that's definitely something to consider if you're looking at some new skincare. And Edam, if I'm not mistaken, is a, you're welcome. It's a female founded company, and the two founders are both women of color. I believe one is Asian. And so they, put their heads together and wanted to create products that were good for women of all skin tones and skin types and things like that. And I think that from what I've seen so far, they're doing a great job. So I'm interested to try some more stuff. Um, I know they have a dark spot correcting serum. Um, which I typically don't use anything like that, but if it's as nice as the rest of the products, they do have a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil, I think, which I'm interested in trying. So that may be something I purchase. But yeah, so there's just a lot of products out there worth trying. And so if there's anything you guys are interested in, if there's anything you'd like to see me try, or if there's something maybe you've tried that didn't work for you and you have a different skin type than me and you think it might work for me, let me know. I'm always looking for something new without trying to change everything up too much or too fast. Um, because again, I do want to be careful with my sensitive skin that I'm not, overdoing it on trying new products and things like that, which is why you don't see as many skincare reviews as you do makeup, because most makeup I can handle and because it sits on the skin, so I don't have as much of a reaction. But then, you have skincare, which is supposed to go into your skin, and that's where sometimes I have that issue. Um, I do have a new video for you guys for next week. Yours is oily and sensitive. Yeah, and that can be difficult too because, a lot of primers are, excuse me, a lot of foundations right now are all about being glowy. Everyone wants to be glowy. I'm not sure why. And that's great. I know that I think Korean skincare was doing the glass skin, and then they kind of went to the glazed skin look. So it's all about being dewy, and that's hard for people who get oily. I get very oily in the summer. Um, I mean, like I said, you can tell my skin is not matte. Right now, it definitely has a healthy glow to it. It's not, overly, it's not oily looking, but there is a glow. And but some of these, dewy and luminous foundations definitely can be a little much. So trying to find something that's more of a satin finish that's not too matte, because sometimes matte just looks flat or it looks very dry on the skin. And so that can be tough. So, sometimes putting on a very light layer and building from there helps with that. Um, but also a good primer is going to help. I like the Cali Ray. Um, I tend to like that more in the fall and winter and even spring, but in the summer, I love my Danessa Myricks, the water to powder serum primer. That is my all-time favorite. I have not found anything else that keeps me matte in my T-zone without looking super matte. Um, I just think it's great. And I think maybe it's because it's a serum, it's not just sitting on your skin. So, your skin can still breathe without feeling whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I do love my Danessa Myricks products. I really like her skin tint. I think I need to get a lighter shade for, fall, winter, spring, because the shade I have is definitely a summer shade. So I do have to be careful with that I'm not using it too much. Um, I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, I see all these influencers or other people on social media that are mixing foundations, or, you know, they're mixing bronzing drops, or they're mixing something in like a lighter foundation, or even a little bit of moisturizer or something to lighten up their foundation. Do you guys do that, or do you? I think it already takes me long enough to do my makeup and I don't want it to take any longer. So I really need that shade to match and to look good right now so that I don't have to do it, or put too much effort into that. I don't know. It probably takes me 10 to 15 minutes every morning to do my makeup, depending on if I do my eyes or not. This morning, I did not put on eyeshadow, but I did put on mascara, which I really like this mascara. Um, you can't see the curl. The curl has gone away. um, but it is a really nice mascara. And you will see it featured in my next video. So make sure you're subscribed, because I'm not going to tell you what it is right now unless you ask. Um, but yeah, skincare, makeup, maybe some clothes. I'm trying not to buy too many clothes right now. I've been feeling a little uncomfortable. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that way. I usually feel that way after the holidays because, of course, I'm eating cookies and pie and cake and ice cream, dessert. um, all the things that I try not to eat during the rest of the year. And so I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. So I am trying to get in enough steps every day. I am trying to, do a little bit of exercising here and there. Nothing major, nothing, out of the ordinary, nothing crazy. But just trying to work on my health a little bit. I want to make sure that I'm healthy, make sure that I'm, keeping up and making good habits. So if you guys need or want someone to help you stay accountable, let's do that. We can certainly talk about what we're doing every day, or, just to help motivate each other. I have a hard time staying motivated. I have a hard time, just having the desire. I don't like to work out. I used to go to the gym every day for a little over a year. And before that, I was going to the gym for close to 2 years, a couple days a week. I don't get it. I don't I do not like the gym. I don't like working out. All these people that I have seen on social media or even in real life that say that exercising gives them more energy, and that they really enjoy it and they always feel better afterwards. I want to know where that comes from. I want to know how they feel that, why they feel that way, because I don't. I really I really do not. I work out, I just want to take a nap. Have a cup of coffee and take a nap, and I mean that doesn't make sense either, but it's definitely been interesting. So, um how do you guys stay motivated? What are you guys doing to, to keep up with good habits, or try, new habits and sticking to them? Because sometimes I find that to be the hardest to do. Like I said, I just want to be healthy. I want to stay healthy, and, be able to watch my nieces and nephews grow up, and, spend time with my family, and, be here as long as I can. So my goal is just to be healthy and stay that way. Yep. Yeah, and it's interesting because sometimes I feel like if you go 5 to 6 days a week, my stepson goes almost every day, or at least he was. I think he's cut back a little bit. Um, but he goes several times a week, and I'm just like, how? Now, I mean, maybe it's different for guys. They don't care, they're at the gym doing whatever. But um, I do think that the gym can be intimidating. I've thought about getting another gym membership, but if I'm not going to go, I don't want to pay for it either. So, and sometimes with the dogs, it's hard to do anything unless I stick them in another room, or if I myself hole up in a room somewhere so that I can, do sit ups or crunches or push ups, even. They like to be right in my face and go, "Oh, what are you doing?" So, exercising with dogs is interesting. One is interesting enough, but to have the three of them crowding around me trying to figure out what I'm doing is definitely a sight to see, I'm sure. So, um, so yeah. But yeah, staying home is definitely good. I'm trying to walk, but man, like I said, it's been cold the last couple of days. It's starting to warm up. So maybe I'll take a walk. I try to do a minimum of 6,000 steps a day. I know that that's not what you're supposed to do. They say you should walk more than that. That's great. Hopefully, people who want to do that can. I try to get in as many steps as I can, taking the dogs out 5 or 6 times a day and, running around with them and things like that. So I just need to start adding little steps in here and there, push ups, sit ups, something, a little bit of yoga or Pilates or something that I can get in there. Um, I actually liked um, the cycle class. I'd been to a couple of times, but it definitely depends on who the trainer is that's running the class. I had one lady that she was fantastic. I really liked being in her class. um, she just kind of guided you and everything. And even if you needed to go at your own pace, a little bit slower or less inclined than other people, that was fine. It wasn't a big deal. And then I was in a class where this guy was not quite a military instructor, but he was definitely very loud. And he definitely walked around and, saw what everyone was doing and, definitely tried to push you. But it was more like pushing you beyond what you could really do. Like, let me work up to that, or, let me try going at this speed that I'm barely breathing at before you try to push me to go 2 miles per hour faster. um, so I do think that that could be tough. Um, so, but yeah, probably not the gym for me. Not right now. Not until I feel more comfortable. I think we'll stick with the free stuff for now. Walking in my neighborhood and, and at least then I can take the dogs with me, which helps. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really go over or talk about, anything you guys might want to know. Um, hmm. So yeah, I'm just here trying something different. Um, so more noise. Um, so let me show you my little setup here. I have my two beautiful um, portraits of Jake and Casey, of course. My friend Annie did those. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you being here. Um, she made these from two pictures that I had sent her. She is very talented, and I know she's been busy and not crafting for a while, but I cherish these. I really do. We got the hooks, I believe, from Hobby Lobby. Um, it could have been World Market. I never know. I always seem to get confused by that. Um, and then these flowers, um, I just thought were really pretty. Oh, look at that dog hair. It's everywhere. Um, but these were really pretty. And then I've got a couple of teacups over here that I really like. I think I got this at a thrift store, and I think I got this at Tuesday Morning when I was still working there a million years ago, it feels like. And then I have Percy and Patricia. So those were created and given to me. They are penguin butterflies. If you've never seen a penguin butterfly, now you have. It is a creature created by my second cousin, I think is the official term. Um, she's my cousin's daughter. Um, she's super talented. She can knit and crochet and or maybe it's just crochet, I'm not sure, but she's super talented. So I have a few penguin butterflies and I just love them. So it's just a nice little corner. I like to sit here and read, um, edit my videos sitting here, um, just kind of relaxing sometimes for somewhere. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, so this is kind of my little corner, my little nook. Um, I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. Oh, I did totally forget. How did I forget? I was going to tell you guys, just in case you were curious, again, like I said, I don't typically put my, personal life out there, but I did get married last year at the end of last year. Um, so that was super exciting and very nice, very small, very intimate. Um, you may be surprised to know that I do not like to be the center of attention. And so, you know, um, having a ceremony was definitely stressful and, trying to figure out a way to do it to where I would be comfortable and we could still include the people that we wanted to be there. And, um, I think, it's not always easy, but if you are getting married, my piece of advice would just to be do whatever makes you happy and whatever makes you comfortable. Um, this is the day that you're going to remember, and it doesn't have to be crowded with decorations or people or venue or anything like that. You can keep it simple and, because I think the ceremony is definitely very intimate, um, between who's there. And we did not have the dogs there. We didn't want to have more to worry about than we did. But I do think it would be fun to do like a photo shoot around our 1 year anniversary because we didn't get a lot of pictures. Why are you whining, buddy? Huh? Come here. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Duke. He's whining a little bit. He must be thinking it's 5 o'clock and it's certainly not. Um, but buddy, I don't even remember what I was saying now. Huh? Do you? No. Okay. Um, but it really was great. It was fun. Ooh, he just hit his head on my table. Um, we just kept it small. We wanted something. So, I think what I was saying is, you know, um, if you're planning a wedding, if you don't want to spend thousands of dollars or, if you just want something simple, go for it. Keep it simple. Go to the courthouse, go to Vegas, whatever your budget is, whatever it is you want to do, um, keep it simple and keep it how you want it because the marriage is between you two and a wedding is great, but why did you come here? I think Duke wants to say hi. We're gonna see. There he is. Oh, kind of wanted to say hi. I guess not really. I think he just wants some attention. So, well, it's been really nice catching up with you guys. Sarah, I'm glad you could be here. I always love seeing your comments and talking with you online. So you take it easy, my friend. And if there's anything you guys are curious about, send me a DM, leave me a comment. I'm here to help with whatever I can. If you guys have makeup or skincare questions, clothing questions, I'll do my best. That was a big yawn, baby. We can talk about anything. I am, you have a great weekend too. I am going to try to do a live video every week. I actually think I'm going to call it the real tea. The slang for tea is gossip, and so the real tea, kind of a play on words there. I just thought it would be fun, grab a cup of tea, have a nice little chat. Every month will probably be a different topic or something that we can talk about, or we can just sit here and chit chat about whatever you guys want to talk about. So I'll probably be doing some polls again, to figure out which day of the week works best for people, and maybe even polling which topic that month to discuss, or find out if there's something that you guys want to talk about. So I really appreciate you being here and supporting me. I'm looking forward to a great year with you guys. Talking with more of you, connecting with more of you. My goal is to, you know, I did want to reach 100 subscribers last year. It didn't quite work out, but I am very close. So I'm going to aim for 200 this year, because why not? Let's dream a little bit bigger. And so hopefully, I also have some travel plans this year and some different things I'd like to do. So I will try my best to take you guys along and do some things like that. So it's not all going to be makeup and skincare. We will be doing some other stuff. So thank you guys so much. I hope that you are having a great day wherever you are. It's Friday, so have a great weekend. You guys, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember to just be kind, because we could all use a little more kindness in our lives. And if we are kind to someone, then we are most likely to have others be kind to us. So you guys take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.